Hi, everyone. This is Dr. James DiNicolantonio, Director of Scientific Affairs at AIDP, and I'm going to be discussing innovation today. So just a quick background about myself. I'm a doctor of pharmacy. I have a academic career in regards to publishing several hundred academic papers, primarily on nutrients and nutraceuticals. And I've also published 3 health books. And my previous career was with Wegmans Food Markets, and now I am the Director of Scientific Affairs at AIDP. So sort of when I think of innovation, when in regards to supplementation, I sort of break it into 4 different types of categories. So one, you can sort of improve on currently existing categories in the market. You can create new categories or contribute towards new trending categories. You can formulate unique combinations, or you can simply provide a unique or convenient delivery method. Something that would make your ingredients stand out, whether it be, mouth strips or effervescent tabs, anything that could potentially, even extended release types of methods, is what I would consider innovation. So from an AIDP standpoint, I wanted to sort of go over some of our ingredients and how we sort of approach innovation. So for example, you don't need to create necessarily a new category. You can just enhance and build on a current category like magnesium. So AIDP's flagship magnesium is Magtine, and it's just magnesium, but it increases magnesium in the brain. So you're just enhancing on the current category. And so essentially, how Magtine works is it takes magnesium and it's bound to threonate, and it's able to bring it into the blood-brain barrier and then actually into neurons, and it boosts magnesium, and no other magnesium supplement can do this. So this is the unique magnesium for the brain. And so if you can just find ways to improve on an existing category or find a unique niche for an ingredient, that is innovation. Another ingredient of AIDPs is Pyrimune. So there's a lot of yeast beta-glucans on the market for immunity, but what's unique about Pyrimune is its high concentration of beta-glucans compared to most on the market, and its unique structure and its unique processing. So because it's a light processing, it's able to retain a lot of its 1,3, 1,6 branches, and the branches are more extensive. And so it's those branches that interact with the immune system that sort of stimulate it and upregulate the immune system. And so this Pyrimune, for example, compared to other beta-glucans, is anywhere from 8 to 10 times more potent at activating the immune system. And if you can find something like that, then that actually allows you to use a reduced dose. So for example, most yeast beta-glucans on the market, you need anywhere from 250 to 500 milligrams per day. Whereas with Pyrimune, you only need about 30 milligrams per day to have significant immune activation. And so when you look at the immunity market, most people are trying to now take the shotgun approach. Instead of just, formulating a vitamin C tablet, they're integrating numerous ingredients, right? Zinc, vitamin C, elderberry, things like that. Now, you can't really do that if you're throwing in 250 to 500 milligrams because you've used up, anywhere from 25 to 50% of your capsule volume. Whereas with Pyrimune, you can get it in an effective dose at just 30 milligrams. So if you can find ingredients that allow you to use a lower dose, that then allows you to use more of a shotgun approach, and people can take numerous ingredients with just one capsule. So that obviously helps too. So people don't have to take 3 capsules a day. They can just take 1 capsule and get numerous combinations of ingredients in. So another AIDP ingredient is called Coact. It's just type 1 collagen, but it's chelated to calcium. And so it more mimics the bone matrix. And because of that, it's more effective, which allows a lower dose. And so most collagens, the studies have tested 10 to 20 grams, but Coact, you can get away with just 3 or 5 grams. So instead of being stuck with a powder, because you can go to a lower dose, like 3 to 5 grams, you can get it into a capsule or a tablet. So that's, just a unique advantage of a current category. AIDP's PisaPro, so pea protein line. We have 3 different types, creamy, solution, and texture. And so just improving on one ingredient and fitting it for a different niche is innovation. So for example, the creamy is better taste, the solution gets into solution better, and so that's better for beverages. And then the TX or texture is more of a alternative for foods, bars, cereals, meat alternatives. And so just improving on your core ingredient and figuring out ways to make it taste better, smell better, integrate into fluids better, that is going to help your line. Another example is one of our products called Termicin. So it's an extract of turmeric, but it's the only water-soluble extract. So most people know about the 95% curcuminoids from turmeric, but that's the fat-soluble extract. Termicin is a water-soluble extract, and the water-soluble parts actually contain anti-inflammatory polysaccharides. And there are many clinical studies with Termicin that it helps with joint pain and reducing the breakdown of collagen in the knee. And so there's no bioavailability issues too, because it's the water-soluble extract and no staining issues. And so if you can, again, improve on a current category, that is innovation. Now you can create new categories. So there's something called precision prebiotics. So for most prebiotics on the market, if you give it to them, if you have gut dysbiosis, you're going to grow the bad gut bacteria as well. And so there's a new category coming out called precision prebiotics, which essentially, if you can feed just the good gut bacteria without increasing bad gut bacteria, that's an advantage compared to other fibers and prebiotics in the market. So AIDP has something called Pretix. It's a xylo-oligosaccharides, and it works at a very low dose, just 1 gram. And because of that, there's less side effects, because a lot of the prebiotics, you have to use 5 to 30 grams. They ferment and they cause bloating, cramping, pain, things like that. And then if you're talking about combinations, like here's sort of what I think about if I was to create something for bone health. Most people know that vitamin D is important for absorbing calcium, but when you take vitamin D on its own, it actually taxes magnesium and calcium and K2 status. So essentially, the more vitamin D you take, you need more magnesium to activate that vitamin D, and you need more K2 to basically carboxylate the vitamin K2 proteins that are being produced by vitamin D. So combining magnesium and K2 not only allows the vitamin D to work better, but it allows the calcium that is being absorbed by vitamin D to not go into the arteries, because these two are basically anti-calcification nutrients, and they'll pull the calcium out of the blood and put it into the bone and allow it to work better. So if you're thinking about unique combinations, this is sort of how I think about things from a physiological advantageous perspective, why you would want to combine D3, magnesium, K2, and then obviously collagen too, because 50% of the protein in bone is collagen. And so coact with the calcium bound to collagen would make sense as sort of a bone health formula product. And so obviously you're going to get enhanced benefits, and that would make your product stand out compared to competitors. So essentially, if you have any questions, that's the end of my presentation, but you can always feel free to shoot me an email here, and I'm looking forward to answering questions during the Q&A sessions.